Once upon a time, in ancient Macedonia, there lived a young prince named Alexander. From a very young age, Alexander showed great promise and intelligence. His father, King Philip II, noticed his talents and made sure that Alexander received the best education possible. One of his teachers was the famous philosopher Aristotle. As Alexander grew, he learned about philosophy, science, and literature. But what excited him most was the art of war and stories of great heroes. His favorite was the story of the Iliad, where the mighty Achilles was one of the bravest warriors. Alexander often dreamed of becoming a heroic figure himself. When Alexander was just 20 years old, his father, King Philip, was assassinated. This made Alexander king of Macedonia. But Alexander wasn't content to rule just Macedonia. He had big dreams of ruling lands far beyond his home. Alexander set out with his mighty army to conquer lands across the known world. He was an excellent leader and strategist. His army grew to trust him, following him into battle after battle. One of his most famous battles was the Battle of Gaugamela, where he defeated the Persian king Darius. But Alexander wasn't just a conqueror, he was also a great thinker. He believed in spreading the Greek culture wherever he went, founding many cities named Alexandria. These were centers of learning and culture. Sadly, Alexander's journey did not last forever. By the time he was 32, he had conquered lands stretching from Greece all the way to India. However, he fell ill during a campaign in Babylon and passed away. Alexander's empire didn't last long after his death, but his legacy lived on. He was known as Alexander the Great, and his tales of bravery and leadership are still shared today. And so, the young boy who dreamed of becoming a hero became one of the greatest leaders the world has ever known. The story of Alexander the Great teaches us about the power of dreams, bravery, and the quest for knowledge.